Hello everybody, it's Michelle on Michelle's Magical Monday. And sorry about last week. I was definitely in the throes of the official flu that moved into pneumonia. So it was definitely probably the sickest I've ever been. And as far as just regular flu symptoms. And so I apologize for not getting back with you guys last week, but here I am and I'm fully recovered. And I just wanted to talk about that with a lot of people getting sick right now. We have seasonal allergies, we have colds and flu, and I just want everybody to understand that it can be that we are being requested by the universe to really look at our stuff. One of the things that I find is that when people, especially spiritual people, get sick, there's usually a hidden energetic sometimes behind that, where we are avoiding what we really know to be our next greatest leap. So a lot of times it will knock us off our socks so that we can settle down into self-care, settle down into a reevaluation mode, settle down into really defining what makes us feel good and what doesn't. And I think that was what I wanted to really address today. I have been talking to quite a few people in the last 3 or 4 days that have in some way been avoiding this thing that they want because they are so afraid that if they have it happen, they will have it taken away. And it was literally just the last person I spoke to before doing this video. And she was like, I want this thing so badly. And in fact, I remember helping her manifest it to come into her life about a year ago. We were really trying to call this in for her. And she did. She manifested almost exactly her dream come true. And now she's in the middle of sabotage, where she is trying to get it to prove that it's not going to go away. And she's self-sabotaging herself. We call that in Theta Healing the undercurrent. She is trying to make sure that it's proven to her that it's going to be safe, that it's going to stay, that it's not too good to be true. And a lot of times what I think we do is we are so afraid something's going to happen that we actually create the exact situation, the exact implementation to create the thing we are actually afraid of. So I think this happens when we're so close to our heart's desire. And so I just really want you to think about, are you sabotaging yourself out of your heart's desire? And I gave some questions that I thought were really, really powerful questions. So this is, I'm doing disease and disorder as a class right now. So I'm teaching this like really powerful Theta Healing class. And so these are questions from that class, questions from the 2 coaching clients that I had this evening. And so I just want to give you some questions so you can kind of do some digging and exploring on yourself. And one of the things I have been asking myself is, what is keeping me emotionally held hostage? So as I'm moving forward, and you are going to see over the next couple of months, there is a ton of new stuff coming out from me. And so one of the questions when I did have the flu that I asked myself is, what is keeping me hostage? What is keeping me from moving forward? What is it that I would be the most afraid of actually happening? And then I want you to say, how am I sabotaging myself through this? How am I afraid afraid. What would be the worst thing that could possibly happen if I did get this thing, this heart's desire, this dream? What is it I'm afraid of that might actually happen? And what I find is that most of us are afraid that we'll get the thing we want and then it will be taken away from us. And so most of the time we stop ourselves from living. We actually stop ourselves in our tracks from getting it exactly what it is we desire, because we're afraid it's going to be taken away from us in some way, or we're going to have this thing and then it's going to go away. And most of the time it doesn't. It might change, it might grow, and a lot of the times it might actually just be beautiful and magnificent. I've been to 2 weddings this month of people who were afraid that they were not going to meet that person or find that person or have that thing. And both of these people have moved on to the place where instead of being afraid, they have gotten validated and gotten married and had these like beautiful partnerships that they want the exact same things, and they're moving forward in exactly the same way, and they're creating lives for themselves. So don't sabotage yourself right before you get it because you're afraid it's going to be too good to be true. Another question that I want you to ask yourself is, am I afraid that I'm not good enough for it? Do I think that I'm not going to be good enough let's say I get it, but then everybody would think I'm a fraud. So ask yourself if that's something that's also holding you back. Is that, what if I think that once I get this thing, they'll find out that I'm not really as good as I say I am, or that they might not, continue to love me. I see this because I'm working with a lot of people in relationships. What if they actually see me for who I am? Another really powerful question is to, I love this. Camille, for 2 weeks has found a fantastic job. This is a person who once upon a time, Camille was afraid that she would never be able to go back to work. So I love that. Thank you for sharing that, Camille, because I see how far you've come. And hi, Amy, and hi, Tabitha, and who else is on here? Hi, Sage. It's so good to see everybody. And I will tell you one of the other ones that has come up over and over again this week, which is procrastination. We get to the point where we need it to be so perfect that we don't do it at all. We get afraid of doing it because it's not going to be perfect. And I'm going to tell you something. Just do the thing and get started. Don't worry about whether you're going to be good enough. Don't worry about whether it's going to be perfect. You have to be able to really open yourself up to joy. You have to be able to open yourself up for the gifts of imperfection. One of my favorite books of all time is by Brene Brown. It's called The Gifts of Imperfection. And just go for it. Just do the thing, whether you do it perfectly or not. I was kind of like, oh, I could do this thing, or I could not do it. But if I do it part way, what if they don't think it's good enough? And my thought process then moved on to, but if I do at least some of it, then I have gotten over the fear of starting. And that has been such a powerful motivator, such a powerful change. That was an emotional hostage I came over about 3 years ago. The fear of just not doing it so perfect that I don't do it at all. And they tell me that's my Virgo moon. but I think it's just something I've lived with my whole life, where I was told as a young person, if you can't do it all the way, if you can't do it, 100% right, don't do it at all. And I'm going to take that away and say that, there are times and places that's accurate, but for the most part in life, that is not true. Doing something gets you out of the paralyzation of perfection. And I feel like releasing the paralyzation of doing something perfect is far more important than, as long as you're just giving it your all, as long as you're doing it with love and enthusiasm, most of the time that's going to be more powerful. Another thing that's hard to do is motivate yourself when you don't want to do something. Maybe you don't feel good. Maybe there's just more to do than you have time to do. And I have this prayer that I use in the morning, which is, show me what I need to know today. Show me what I need to do the most today. What is the most powerful impact I can make today? And usually I give myself a few minutes to just allow myself to see what's today's most important thing. I'm behind in my emails. I'm behind in my text messages because I was sick last week. And I've got a class this week, and there's only so many things in the day. So I asked this morning, what is the most important thing to do today? And it was be 100% present with your class. It didn't say make sure you catch up on every email that is already a week old. It said make sure that you're fully present with your class. That was the answer of my inner voice, my connection to my angels, my guides, my spirit. It said be present, be fully, like I could have looked like I was answering emails while they were doing their thing, or I could have been fully present. So I just want you to really think about what it is that is going to bring you the most joy. What is it? One of the questions I ask is, if I'm having a not perfect day, is what am I going to do to bring joy into my day today? What am I going to do to bring joy into others? How am I going to serve today? Not tomorrow, not another day. What am I going to do today to serve? And what am I going to do today to bring joy? So today, it was a pretty busy day. It was the first day of class. And like I said, I've got some emails and messages. So please forgive me if you have not heard back from me for a message, whether it's a text message, a voicemail message, a Facebook message, or an email. Please just resend it. But one of the things that I asked myself today is, what am I going to do to bring joy to me in the middle of all of this? So one of the greatest things I did for myself was I took some time, even though I was a little bit behind, and I called my mom, because that brings me the most joy. Even though there's some other people that may need me more than I need to get to them, like they want something from me or they want an answer, and I may have to go through some research to get them the answer. Maybe I need to find whatever their question was that they asked. For me to feel restored in the day that I'm serving from 10 o'clock until 9 o'clock at night, getting a few minutes on my lunch hour to call my mom was the most important and powerful thing. And it put me in a good place, and it put me in a good mood, and that allows me to serve other people. So when you're feeling like you need to make some priorities, make sure that at least one of those priorities is taking care of yourself. I've had someone say, I'm having a rough day, and she's like, but at least I got some acupuncture today. And I thought to myself, yes, that's the answer. I'm having a rough day. I'm going to get an acupuncture appointment, or I'm going to take some time to meditate, or I'm going to do my yoga routine, or I'm going to take a bath, or I'm going to play a game or a jigsaw puzzle, or I'm going to stop working at such and such a time and go watch a documentary. Whatever it is that restores you and refills you. The last thing I wanted to talk about in this journey that everyone's having, these, like I said, run down, feeling sick. One of the first things I'm going to ask is, are you clearing yourself? Are you checking, is this my energy or is it someone else's energy? I don't think we clear ourselves. And so, how do you rinse that off? You recognize just inside your heart, is this mine? Am I clear of everybody else's emotions and feelings and obligations? And then you can wash yourself off with the sparkly white light. Release it, let it go. Allow it to be released from you. And then the second thing I think we need to do that isn't happening enough, I see it over and over again, is I ask people, are you refilled? And are you filling yourself up? It takes 2 minutes in the theta brainwave to reset your body chemistry. That means your endorphins, that means your adrenal glands, your thyroid, all of your hormones reset after 2 minutes in the theta brainwave. That means 2 minutes of meditation is going to tell your body it's safe. It's going to tell your body that it can allow the flood of reset, physically reset, emotionally reset, spiritually reset through your body. So if you are not feeling well, take 5 minutes to meditate, whether that's put on a YouTube video, whether that's go to the My Odyssey app and listen to one of the guided meditations, whether that's go to Spotify and listen to Viana do her guided meditations. There's just so many ways to get into the theta brainwave and to relax, even if that's just breathing. One of my favorite breathing techniques is to breathe in love and exhale love. Breathe in love and exhale love. And just imagine that. And I like to tell people that are maybe on a break from lunch or work, just set your phone for 5 minutes, because sometimes it takes us a minute or two to get into the theta brainwave and to relax. And then it takes 2 minutes in the theta brainwave, that's the science behind it, to reset the body chemistry, the endorphins, and the hormones. And so my very favorite technique is I have a meditation on the My Odyssey app, which you can download for free. The My Odyssey app is just My Odyssey and App Store. Both the Apple and the Google stores have the My Odyssey app. And if you don't have a smartphone and you just want this meditation, send me a private message here on Facebook and I will send it to you, because it's free. It's just something I really feel powerfully about, getting people the ability to connect to love, connect to the theta brainwave, connect to a relaxation technique. And there's a healing in place when you listen to this meditation. All of my meditations have healing energy already transmitting from it. So you will get a clearing just by listening to the meditation. And it's My Odyssey. And then you go to the meditation button and it's the Connect to Love meditation. There's other meditations on there, but the one I'm talking about specifically is the My Odyssey Connect to Love. It's got some powerful healing energy already in tune to it. So it's 5 minutes and it'll take you all the way to the theta brainwave. It'll help you relax, release, and reset. The other thing you can do on that app is if you do need a healer, if you are going through something, the My Angels, all of my healers, the people that I turn to when I'm sick, when I'm having a rough time, not feeling my best, or even if I am great and I just want to get a session, the people that I have listed on the My Odyssey app as Michelle's Angels are my personal choices. You can book appointments directly from that app, and get my choices for sessions, readings, healings, medical intuitives, all that stuff is listed there. acupuncture. My favorite massage therapist is listed there. Even astrology, if you're looking for an astrology session. So we'll be doing sessions over the next few months, and I'm sure you're going to see more information on that. And if you're looking for the trip that I'm taking to England and Scotland, you can also download the itinerary right off that app. So it's a really useful tool. It's completely free. It's something that I wanted to do for everybody, to get this stuff available to you. In the meantime, I do want to send a healing and a clearing tonight. So I want you to just take a deep breath, and I want you to just close your eyes, and I want you to just allow yourself the peace to fall through. I want you to allow yourself to go down into your heartbeat. I want you to exhale all that you're holding on to. I want you to imagine going down into the earth and grabbing the earth energy. I want you to bring that all the way up, opening up your base of your spine, opening up the middle of your tummy, opening up your diaphragm, opening up your heart, opening up your throat, opening up your mind's eye, opening up your crown chakra, and imagine yourself in this beautiful ball of white light. Imagine that white light coming through all of your body, sparkly white light, washing over you, rinsing all that you're carrying, rinsing away negative energy, your own self-defeating thoughts, other people's stuff, and your own, hardship, your own stress, and release the need to struggle, the need to resist, the need to be perfect, and know that you are good enough. Creator of all that is, it is commanded that through every cell of your body, you feel like you are good enough, that you feel like you are perfect in every way, that you feel beautiful, that you feel ready to transcend, that you feel ready to take on the world, and that your universe is having your back, that the world and your angels and your guides are working for you synchronistically, that you feel that you know that you can do this, and you've got this, and it's safe, and it's easy, and it's possible, and it's your birthright to be joyful, that you know how to be joyful, that it's safe to be joyful, that it's safe to move forward fearlessly, that it's safe to be joy-filled and loving and accepting of yourself, that you are enough, that you are safe, and that you are ready to move abundantly through this world at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. As above, so below, so it is through every cell of your body. So I just wanted to send a little bit of love and healing, and I wish that for you. And I thank you so much for always loving and supporting me. I feel loved and supported, and I hope that you feel loved and supported by me. So this is Michelle, your spiritual life coach, instructor, your magical mentor, creator of the Odyssey Institute Life Coaching Program. And it is my deepest wish for you to live magically.